Hey guys, I am back. It is TC here with another episode. Yes, 2 episodes in one day after not being with you guys for so long. I do apologize for that. Like I said, the audio situation, not the best, but hey, we're going to try to get it done. So for this one, we're going to be bringing you the NBA Finals. As you guys know, the Boston Celtics lost a blowout to the Golden State Warriors, a 19-point win for the Warriors in Game 2 against those Boston Celtics after they blew out the Warriors in Game 1. And this game is quite the antithesis of the other. What do I mean by that? So in Game 1, we were talking all about how the Boston Celtics, they are obviously not going to be able to keep up that three-point shooting that they're doing, shooting over 50% from the three-point line in Game 1. This Game 2, coming out still shooting 40% from three-pointer as a team. So that's nothing to overlook. That is phenomenal as a group. So got to give them that credit. But at the same time, when you look at the three-pointers, the thing that stood out to me is in this game, in Game 2, the Boston Celtics took 6 less threes than they did in Game 1. And do you know what 6 threes adds up to? 18 points. Being down 19 points and that's 18-point difference right there really makes it a new game. Now all of a sudden there's a 1-point difference throughout the game. Could we have seen a more electric end to the game? Potentially, perhaps Golden State and Steph Curry and the Splash Brothers are reignited by, the Celtics able to rain down the three. Maybe they start doing the same thing. Maybe it keeps the score the same. Who knows? Maybe it just would have been a lot more fireworks. But all I'm saying is the 6 threes that they made in Game 1 would have been a big difference maker in Game 2. But hindsight's 2020. The ability to look at what shoulda, coulda, woulda been done is something that we can all do. The thing that what really needs to happen for these Boston Celtics moving forward is being able to get Al Horford going. If we know one thing about this Boston Celtics team, as much as it is Jason Tatum's team, Al Horford is the heart and soul of this team. And it all started, in my opinion, where we really started to take notice is when he was disrespected by Giannis in that round against the Bucks in the second round. But anyway, my point being is when Al Horford started to go off and started to feel like he was attacked, you kind of saw a whole new vibe from the whole team when Al Horford was walking around like he was a boss. He was, the S. You know exactly what I'm about to say. The Boston Celtics are a team you do not want to be messing with. Al Horford will make you pay on the boards. He'll make you pay from a mid-range jump shot, and he will freaking lock down those 3-point shots. We saw that in Game 1. In fact, I think it was 3 offensive rebound and then a 2-pointer on a fadeaway from Al Horford or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comment section below. And we just saw how much Boston exploded after Al Horford started going. The Boston Celtics just started absolutely chugging. So, if Boston wants to win Game 3, if Boston wants to win the series, Al Horford has to get going. Same thing with Smart. Smart and Horford combined for 4 points in this past game. In Game 1, they were a lot more of a difference in that game, especially Smart. He was getting involved. He was actually a threat on both offense and defense. That's something that has to be replicated going forward. Game 3, Game 4, they need to be more involved in the game. I get Al Horford is up there in age, but if you get him going early, get him comfortable, just give him that occasional open jump shot, he will be fine later on in the game when you need him to be making those clutch shots, him going on those good runs. Al Horford will be the difference maker for the Boston Celtics. Smart has to be able to back him up with that. Jason Tatum and all the other legends over there on the Celtics will also pick these guys up. But either way, the one thing that really needs to happen and the thing that really needs to be tested is the turnovers in this next game, more specifically the steals. So the steals are what makes this game the antithesis of the previous game, because with that three ball, is that something that Boston's going to be able to keep up? Probably not. But in this game, 15 steals for the Golden State Warriors. Is that something that they're going to be able to capitalize on the same way moving forward? Now, I understand the points off of the turnovers isn't as big of a margin. In fact, I think that the Boston Celtics might have actually won in that category in terms of points off of turnovers. But at the same time, the thing to look at isn't necessarily the fact that Boston was able to achieve so well. If you look at 15 steals, I think it was a total of 17 turnovers for the Celtics. That means that's at least 34 points taken off the board, assuming you would make 2 points every play. So that means a grand total of up to 102 points that have been left, or 102 points, sorry. That means that there is 54 points that were left up for grabs by this Boston Celtics team. So, with that in mind, when you see that it's only a 19-point loss, that is a big difference. Now, I understand Golden State also had its fair share of turnovers, but that's kind of expected, is it not? It's an older team. They're a little bit slower. The quickness, the ability to correct that, Tatum and these younger Celtics players have compared to Curry and some of the older Golden State Warriors might be a difference maker. But Steph Curry has kind of proven that it's not just about the quickness of your ability to make a steal. It's also a lot to do with timing. And with that experience that he has, he's gotten a lot better with that timing, the ability to punch a ball out and, poke it away, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, what got me thinking is, why don't you see this in every game? Why aren't these guys able to get 15 steals all the time? Why isn't it a steal fest every single game? And the thing that came to my mind was the fact that they're older. They're not going to be able to play at that same intensity game in and game out. Maybe they don't always need to, depending on the score as well. But at the same time, you'd think, at least in the first quarter alone, you play a little bit harder, get those early takeaways, get that big lead early on, and then just kind of keep up the pressure as the game goes. You don't need to play, exactly as hard as you were trying to get a steal on every possession. But, now, they make a two-pointer. You just got to go down the court and make a good shot. Make sure that you're taking shots on clean looks. Don't be trying to, force anything up there, blah, blah, blah. You guys know how to play basketball probably better than I do, so I don't need to explain it to you. You understand. But at the same time, could it just be that age is a factor? And there's only so many times, there's only so much gas in the tank for Golden State to be able to try to get all these extra possessions off of turnovers. So, could game 3, 4, 5, 6 be a little bit different? Could we see a game where it's not as flashy, there's not as many turnovers, there's not as many three-pointers, because these young kids probably aren't going to keep shooting 50, 40% from the line. These older players for Golden State probably aren't going to be getting 15 steals a game. Who knows? Maybe they are able to replicate this. Maybe Boston is able to keep shooting the way that they're shooting. I can't see into the future. But statistics and the overall probability of them being able to keep up this level of play goes against them. But hey, who am I to judge? This is a lot of talent in such a small group of guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you think that games 3 and 4 are going to look a lot different than games 1 and 2? Or do you think that we're really going to see both of these talents that I talked about, the three-point shooting from both teams, really, not just Boston, even though it has been superb, but is three-point shooting going to be off the hook? Is the steals from Golden State and their ability to just play smarter basketball due to their age and their wisdom going to come into play and actually affect the game more? Or is this just going to be something that we really don't know what to expect? Has Golden State used up all of their energy in that game 2 and needs a little bit more time to relax for game 4? Who knows? Is Boston going to be able to rebound, or are they going to get overplayed in the paint again? Drop game 3 at home, their first game back at home after a hard loss in Golden State. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. This has been TC with TC Talks. Until next time, stay classy.